The models of teaching. Debate. This is an exciting model, but too many instructors think of it simply as opposing sides and traditional debate that we think about in politics or public debating competitions. In this model, we want to raise some other models that move debate into dialogue and learning. So, for instructors, it can be planned or spontaneous. An issue arises and different opinions surface, and suddenly you have an opportunity to have students challenging each other and learning from each other. Student engagement can really increase with this kind of active and interactive learning, and when it's public and in a competitive debate format, you get even higher student engagement. Debriefing becomes very important in this model, especially when emotions run high. If students have been playing certain roles that may be unpopular, it can be very important to spend time to debrief so everyone gets out of those roles and back to a more positive, healthy, cooperative relationship. Debates require varied assignments. There can be paper and pencil, reactions, as well as observations, self-assessment that can be very helpful. Instructors should be alert to alternatives to debate, however. How dialogue can help people shift from win-lose to cooperative and creative learning. I'll present more of that in later slides. So Karen Rottenberg is a colleague in Human Development and Family Studies, and here's what she writes about debate. Quote, "Debates can serve to clarify values to the participants by allowing them an opportunity to reflect deeply on their convictions as they develop the foundation they need to effectively debate the topic." Notice that comment, reflect deeply. With debate, yes, it takes time, but it can push learning and understanding to deeper levels. Again, this trade-off of content coverage versus going in depth, at least on some issues. She goes on the other hand, debates can serve to muddy values when the participants rely on destructive tactics to win a debate, such as mudslinging at their opponents, or rely on feelings without concern for facts. When it gets competitive, too often learning can shut down. Debriefing becomes essential to move away from this and make sense of what occurred. In my own book with Suzanne Burgoyne, Teaching and Performing, we raise these points. Conflicts and controversy can be our allies in the classroom. They can engage students, challenge them, re-engage them, and when students have the skills, those conflicts and controversies can stimulate thinking, creative thinking, and challenge traditional ways of thinking and open up new possibilities. On stage and screen, differences among characters can produce obstacles and tensions, adding believability and spice to the plot as it unfolds. So a challenge to every instructor is how to use what we know is effective on stage or on the screen. How can we pull more of that into the classroom to engage students at deeper levels of learning? Can we use the lives, struggles, dreams, conflicts of the greats in all of our fields and add life to our lessons? So whether it's science or social studies or English, to draw in the great writers and the researchers, share something of their lives and their struggles and dreams and conflicts as a way to engage students in the real world aspect of every discipline. So here are two references for alternatives to straight debate. Both Kahn and Flick talk about the need to move beyond the polarizing effects of debate. It's too easy to fall into win or lose thinking and competition and one side or the other, and suddenly learning falls off and we're into attack and defend. Dialogue can help us move towards a more unifying effect that underlies learning, that emphasizes learning, emphasizes empathy, understanding other perspectives, and a deeper understanding of what the issues are, with the benefit of hearing from people who have different perspectives. Fisher and Urey wrote a groundbreaking book, Getting to Yes, and then Urey wrote The Third Side much later. Skills and ideas that help channel the energy unleashed by debates, right? Skills and ideas that can be unleashed by the energy of debates into constructive discussions, right? Constructive, meaning they're helping us move forward. Negotiations, where we sit and listen to the perspectives of others and find a way forward that everyone can buy into. And mediations, when there's conflicts, how do we move past those? Debate guidelines. Debates can be valued for the energy they spark, the increased motivation as students research their positions, and the practice they get for participating in public discussions. That public presentation can be very engaging and exciting for students to participate in. Because most people are closer to the mean of mainstream opinion, to the average opinion, debates are especially useful in surfacing a range of more diverse opinions. Especially in a public setting, many people tend to be cautious and withhold more radical, more extreme positions that might be a minority perspective. A debate and role-playing allow students to take on different roles and to at least put those issues up on the table for everyone to wrestle with. Instructors, however, must be alert to provide the guidance needed so that debates do not slide into emotional, competitive attacks that leave scars and derail learning. Without debriefing, students will leave a room and they'll still be potentially consumed by those feelings, and feelings that can undermine positive relationships. So questions to ponder. How can you use debate when teaching about a controversial or complex topic? How do you then adjust the time demands for a good debate versus what you want to cover? How do you rebalance all that? Secondly, what is the value of creative, active, and interactive efforts to explore questions and topics for student learning?